start with your introduction, like where are you from, and how you. So before your job, before into the analytics, what's your kind of job, and why you choose in KSR? So these kind of self introduction, your previous background, I need in a little brief.
Okay, got it.
Yeah.
Hi, my name is Wahid Kaif. Basically, I come from Dehradun. Currently, I have been staying in Delhi since
Okay.
2007. And about my qualification, I have done BCA from Jamia University in 2007.
Okay.
After then get my graduation, I started my career with the aviation industry. I was almost there till lockdown. So because that time, so then I moved to the Cognizant as a database engineer. Then I got to know the KSR during the Cognizant period. So I I heard about the KSR, the stories. They are very excellent into the data and about some ways. They are very excellent. So I just started my learning from the Santosh and Mahesh from the KSR Institute, and it is so. Then
Yeah.
after during my study, so I just got a good opportunity with the Blackstone and as a
Okay.
senior data analyst.
Got it. So, before choosing to the KSR or else, particularly a course, what kind of challenges you facing before joining program? I mean, say your day-to-day activities, your regular office work, something like any issues you faced and before joining to the KSR.
So many issues I was facing at that moment regarding because I was like a particular thing I was dealing with that. So I have decided to learn a lots of methodology like waterfall and agile methodology. And because I was not upgraded to the technology as well, so I just wanted to upgrade myself for the technology. So I have decided to join the institute, the KSR, for upgrading my skill into the Power BI and a Python and so many skills I have learned from there.
Got it. So, what kind of motivation you got to choose the field of data analytics completely, or else, because you are into the BCA background, maybe you have multiple options like a developer roles or something. So, what kind of motivation you got to enter into the analytics field, and why you chosen only KSR? You might be saw multiple other organizations also, right? I remember like our first conversation also, it started with a little bad conversation actually. So I remember. So because of my even at that time we have very less staff. Even now also we are not able to maintain that much staff. So they are not able to respond immediately because of they are stuck in that. So even though you felt like a little bad, maybe these people are not responding immediately, maybe because it's getting engaged at that time. So maybe why you chosen particularly into the KSR?
Uh, First, I would like to share my first experience into the data because
Yeah.
when I was in the BCA, so I was
Mhm.
thinking to move to the completely
Mhm.
Java background.
Mhm.
But
Mhm.
as a fresher, you know, all opportunity is very harder to get in India. So I moved
Mhm.
in industry, and then when during the lockdown, when I was the
Mhm.
cognizant, so I have decided to move into the data. But I was working for the SQL as well, but I wanted to completely move into the completely data background. So there is a
Mhm.
person I just joined him for a
Mhm.
purpose. So I think he took me into the wrong place according to my
Mhm.
knowledge. So then
Okay.
I was looking for my upgrading my skill, but due to that classes, I was not able to even write a function
Mhm.
as well. So
Mhm.
then I got one channel, KSR on the YouTube,
Mhm.
for just my researching, you can say. Then I saw the video from the Santosh regarding like a data background
Mhm.
complete. So
Mhm.
it was a very fantastic video they have shared on.
Mhm.
So I realized that is the best, I think, the institute. And I have also tested multiple institute. So they
Mhm.
the market, but
Mhm.
they used to like a study on a normal basis. They are very fast into the
Yeah.
learning process.
Mhm.
Not if you are a total 30, so they think about the complete the course only. They don't think about are you getting or not. So after
Yeah.
getting to know the Santosh knows everybody and he
Yeah.
has excellent style to teach everybody.
So, Kaif, actually, I need to clarify one thing. You said right outside, or else maybe I'm not going to compare little fast. Honestly, our course compared to other places, it's a lengthy. Almost to 4.5 months we are taking the class. Even though in these cases, I got some negative feedbacks also. Honestly, I'm saying because of duration. Most of the people considering Power BI can learn within 40 days, 45 days. But why we designed this course in like a 4.5 months? The reason, anyone who don't have any prior experience related to the IT also, they can able to work and sustain. Getting a job from my point of view, it's very easy. Sustainability is a very big deal, because the difference between the reality and the training center, what we are going to be teach in the class and what you are going to be work in the your workplace, right? Mostly it's a difference should be there. But even though you are learning from the KSR also, I can say some difference should be there, but I want to reduce that gap. Even though new things you have to be work, it should be you can able to work by yourself, you can able to learn and you can work it. That kind of motivation we have to have. That's the reason Santosh is takes time and he will give with examples. During these examples also, we people say Santosh is taking more time for these examples and that. But we are following with the examples only. Reason then only we can remember easily, because 90 to 95% student need with examples with a very easy manner of teaching. Maybe okay, 5 to 10% people like they know already SQL, they know some little bit of Power BI, right? For those people, maybe they will get bored. I'm just requesting those people also while joining. If you know already, maybe initial few days you will feel bored because he was teaching very basics initial days.
According to my research, before
Mhm.
KSR, I have tested almost 25 or 30 institute, and I
Oh,
took the classes from there as well. So,
okay.
so many faculties I have also tested because I am very unsatisfied for everything. So I
Got
tested.
it.
I
Yeah.
do. I invest before my testing. So I have
Mhm.
tested too many institute. So
Mhm.
because in the Power BI, I think Power BI looks easy, but it's not easy. I think according to me, Power BI for 4 months is not enough, and
Yes,
it can
that's
be
true.
extended. So, so Power BI has a powerful tool, I think, according to me. So it
Exactly.
cannot be easy to learn. So
Yes,
I think
that's a true example. Small thing. Page related reports. I'm sure we are not teaching when you are in class. Page unit reports not part of your course. So what we are doing depends on the requirement. Like example, I'm frequently connected with the students, so while they are attending interviews also, like right, our placement cell sessions also. So I will get to know if any person saying like, Mahesh, this topic is not covered in our course, but they are asking in interviews. Recently, around 6 months back, I got to know about paginated reports. Around 3 4 students they are asking Mahesh, now they are asking paginated reports as well. Then I connected with the Santosh and we internally we discussed paginated reports, how important it is. Concept wise it's important, but very few companies is using now. But if you want, I can teach, but it will take another 1 to 2 weeks minimum time. So we started again. Now it's lagging the course duration. But I felt like maybe it will help to even one student also. We are happy for that.
according to me, I
Mhm.
would like to share my example again. So I
Mhm.
think what Santosh teaches in the batch, I think it is enough for the interview and
Yes.
also for the real-time example as well.
Mhm.
So I
Mhm.
used to build a logic with the help of Santosh in a real time
Mhm.
as well. So
Mhm.
I have written down to my the notes and I mostly use first the Santosh. Santosh teaches in an easy way, so you can
Yes.
make it very well. Even you
Yes.
don't have any background like or not, doesn't matter, but it teaches in a very good method according to me. It's very nice.
Mhm. Yeah, that's good. So another question, like it may be help to the people also. For sure, from my point of view, you might be also failed interviews, a couple of interviews after completing course also, right? So how that hiring process is happened, like how many interviews you failed, success story anyway, everyone will explain to us. But I just need a couple of failure stories also, like where you are lagging and how you improved yourself by focusing and learning again.
According to me, if talk about my experience
Mhm.
to the interviews, I have given for almost I think more than 30 interviews in
30.
EY, and I have given like even Google
Oh.
interview as well.
Mm.
So I have
Mhm.
noticed one thing there. If talking
Mhm.
about the company in average company, if you talk about, so
Mhm.
they go very hard into the interview. They take every interview from like Azure and cloud because cloud is important, and there goes
Mhm.
SQL and Power BI as well. But according to me, into the interview procedure, so many company like EY and PwC, they are company they take one interview and hold the hiring just because of future purpose. Like they hold
Mhm.
3 months for their guy, they shortlisted.
Mhm.
After 3 months, they call again and okay, and are you able to second round something like that? If you get
Mhm.
selected as well, but they
Mhm.
sometimes they need on emergency basis like a hiring mostly. So if you are good
Mhm.
with the knowledge, they can take you into the first round of the technical, and depends on the company requirement. In many companies, they take 4 rounds, two technical, one HR,
Yeah.
one is a manager round. But mostly company takes first round is HR, second one is
Mhm.
like a technical, third one
Yeah.
is a manager round.
Yeah, first round it's like a screening round. Like really, what are the topics you mentioned in your resume? It's a matching or not. So these kind of questions HR may asking. So another thing, like just want to confirm, you said like they are taking one first round of interview and they're just keeping on hold. So how many companies it's happened? Because recently I heard some kind of a ghost jobs. Simply some companies taking interview later they are not giving any update on that job.
Yep. Mostly talking about the MNC company like EY,
Mm-hmm.
PwC, and LTI. Those kind of company mostly take an interview and they hold the hiring because they look for the because they are waiting for the project and they
Mm-hmm.
have already shortlisted you for the interview. They
Mm-hmm.
don't call back you. They just
Mm-hmm.
realize that you can wait, you can wait. If you talk about
Mm-hmm.
if you get received any call from direct HR or like a third party consultancy, but they
Mm-hmm.
say like you can wait for the second round, but it still not happen just because of they hold the hiring. I'm talking about the like companies, average based company can say like there are many companies who doesn't have employment more than 500 or 600 is limitation. So they mostly
Mm-hmm.
work hiring as a emergency basis. If they take
Okay.
into they shortlisted for today itself, they
Mm-hmm.
like Saturday resume is shortlisted, Monday is a second first round, and a Tuesday
Mm-hmm.
is second round. So
Okay.
many companies hiring on them depends on the emergency the company what kind of happening there.
Okay. Yeah, got it. So, like your vast experience, almost like a 30 companies you given interview, right? So, out of these, maybe for service-based companies, they won't reveal what kind of projects. Like, I'm just curious about domain. What kind of domains? You no need to tell me like your current project and all, but just a domain. What kind of domains you got a more interviews, like a banking, healthcare, retail, in this point of view?
According to me,
Mm-hmm.
I have received too many calls on healthcare department. I think healthcare is the
Mm-hmm.
most demandable
Mm-hmm.
domain. I
Mm-hmm.
think the second one is a financial.
Finance, yeah, that's true. Even though the reason after COVID, right, these two are impact more. Healthcare projects we are getting more. After that, banking and finance related. That's true. Even though we are here focusing these two minimum, and another domain we are carrying more into the like retail. Sometimes depends on automobile. Supply chain, so depends on the situation at that time, but mostly these two really, yes, as you said, so most of the projects coming from these two domains, banking and healthcare, you can say finance and banking, right?
As you mentioned about the supply chain
Mhm.
is also I received a call.
I guess you have knowledge on supply chain, I guess, before this.
Yes, a little bit, but I am very good into the airline industry, so I have
air-
also for airline as
Oh,
well.
okay, okay. You are actually from airlines industry, right? So what kind of role it is into them? Means so what kind of domain work you are doing there in the airlines?
Airline, as a database, if talk about, I was
Mm-hmm.
handling the British Airways database management system. So it was
Mm-hmm.
completely like airport management. Suppose
Okay.
airline is departing, arrival, timing, how many passenger in the particular flight. That kind of like a thing I was managing into the database.
Mm-hmm. Okay, got it. So now we will come to your current job. Like maybe challenges or else some exciting and rewarding parts might be in your current role. What kind of challenges or else like how you are enjoying your current job now as a data analyst into your current company?
Exactly, if talk about my current company, I think what like a Santosh teaches me, it is enough for me for my current
Mm-hmm.
company, and also I have a like a back experience as well for that. But
Mm-hmm.
as a challenges I talk about, first I will start with the challenges. Challenges is the communication. I think for the IT background, we mostly like a challenges into the communication because client belongs to the particular region, so we
Mm-hmm.
need to communicate into the
But I
technology.
won't feel like you have communication issue. Maybe somewhere confidence issue, but communication, your communication is too good.
Yes, communication is good, but sometimes accent, very
Okay.
hard accent. Some client
Okay.
speaks in
Uh-huh.
very
So which region people you are working now? Means like UAE or else US or else EU?
all over the world. I think Canada
Okay,
and
okay. Okay, so when you have multiple clients, you are facing some issues like to understand their business problems, right?
Yep, business. Yeah, that's the issue.
Got it.
Yeah, you are
Got it.
right.
Got it. Okay. Yeah. So maybe now meetings and all we can record even transcription. You need to be re-verify again what they actually requested you. So
Yeah,
yes.
challenges are business under because business understanding is more important. So logic, I think challenges. Talking about the challenges, there is a one more thing because logic. If you are
Yes.
able to build the logic, Santosh teaches. I have done too many logic during the classes of KSR, but Santosh
Mm-hmm.
mentioned many times business
Mm-hmm.
information and the logic. This
Yeah.
is the analytical background. Logic takes almost 7 days.
Yes, yes, Kaif. Actually, Wahid, I need another suggestion from you for the new upcoming people. So after hearing like you attended 30 plus interviews and out of that maybe one or two, one only, right? You cracked offer. That one company it is.
Uh, I think I have created almost seven
7 offers you cracked.
any offers.
Oh,
By
okay.
as
So
well.
But good. But out of you attended 30 interviews. But recently, some people are there feeling like we are not getting much calls. After 4, 5 interviews failure only, they are disappointing and asking Mahesh, it seems I'm not getting job. So I just need your suggestion to those kind of people. Like I'm just guiding them one on one. But maybe if you are giving your personal experience, they will feel Mahesh simply said like because he was in a comfortable zone now. So he will say like you have to attend multiple interviews. But you actually face these kind of challenges, right? You are given 30 interviews and maybe you given first, second, and waiting for third, but they didn't given any update. So how you are? I just need your suggestion for the upcoming people.
You're talking about calls.
Yes.
Calls mostly I have received after the Diwali last year,
Okay.
and
Okay.
it is based on the timing as well and what your resume says and what
Mm-hmm.
kind of like a requirement is happening. So I think
Mm-hmm.
according to me, calls mostly I receive 3 calls per day,
Oh.
3 calls, five
Mm-hmm.
calls, sometimes 7 calls per day.
Per
But
day.
yep, after
Mm-hmm.
like a December, I receive one
Mm-hmm.
call. Sometimes 15 days gap, I'm not receiving.
Mm-hmm.
Depends on the like a requirement of the company, but I receive. There is a lot
Mm-hmm.
of requirement in a data industry, so I think
Mm-hmm.
call is not a issue. Uh,
Okay.
if you have with the good skills, so definitely you will have a job. According to me, there is no issue. The
Mm-hmm. Okay, got it, got it. It's good to know. So, like last 1 year onwards, you are trying. It's been 6 months. You enter into the organization, or else more than that.
it's more than that.
More than that. Okay, nice. Good to know. So, just on it, like maybe you are comfortable with your current company also, right? So, how you can recommend the students to prepare themselves for a made to the most and out of this course and to succeed in the journey, like in the job hunt particularly. So, the reason they will try 4 interviews, 5 interviews, and later they are just demotivating themselves. So, what kind of habits like you can suggest from your point of view? Like you given multiple interviews and might be you learn from the failures also, right? So, those kind of any one more suggestion from you.
I think for the beginner, if talk about the beginner, for the beginner, I think mostly like we don't have experience in that background. So we
Mm-hmm.
mostly stuck with the communication with the interviewer, what kind of
Mm-hmm.
question. First listen properly the question
Yeah.
and reply what you know. Because it's a
Mm-hmm.
because in front of you, interviewer has a more than 10 years of experience. He knows every words of you. If you
Yes.
say any kind of without knowing any answer, so it can create a lots of
Yes.
issues. So
Yes.
I think answer properly as Santosh teaches, go with that
Mm-hmm.
thing according to me for the beginner. So because data is a big industry, I think has a lot of opportunity for
Yes. Yes. That's true.
and experience as well. That's for the fresher. And talking about the experience, for experience, like a technical question is the
Mhm.
most preferable,
Yeah.
like DEX function, like programming based functions. So we need to practice on it. If we are
Mm-hmm.
in the class, I think Santosh teaches me many times the DEX function, the programming language as well. So we just need
Mm-hmm.
to practice on those questions. I think it is enough for that. And we
Mm-hmm.
communicate with the interviewer as well with the confidence. That is the
Mm-hmm.
logic for any interview client.
Yes, yes, that's true. Got it. So thank you, Ahida, like for your valuable suggestions. So I'm very happy for and one more time. Like I'm maybe we discussed 6 months back only. Just congratulating again. So and I hope like you are starting learning journey again. The reason our nowadays right in current situation we have to be learn continuously. It should be like in a continuous learning. So now you can understand what your company's project and their requirement depends on that. You can choose the better next level subjects. Example, your company is going to be use Azure better. You can learn Azure, or else they are integrating with the Snowflake. Learn Snowflake, or else you need to understand more into the Python. Depends on your current company project also. So we have to be learn every time. And now I'm just suggesting to our people, right, to crack one interview every year. You have to be prepare yourself for interviews every day, even though suddenly if tomorrow onwards your company said like no need to come to office, you have to be prepared like an army how they are creating their weapons daily, right? Even though there is no war, but we have to be feel in current situation it's like in a war every day.
Yep.
Right, suddenly if jobs, most of the videos available in internet about only how to financially sustain if you're losing your job, but technically how you have to be prepared, it's very less information is available, like I'm suggesting to the people, right? So you have to be prepare interview for continuously and make it a target from January to April. Example, I'm saying by April you have to crack one interview.
Correct.
That means like if you're not even getting a call in the January, in the sense you have to research like why I'm not getting calls with my current resume, any new skills need to be added. You will do some research and then you add that skills.
Correct.
Then once you crack the interview, but changing your company or not, it's a personal interest. Later we can discuss. Once you crack the interview, you will be confident. If suddenly something happened in the month of July or August, around 2 3 months back, you cracked one interview, you are up to date as per standards. You
Yes,
will
correct.
have a confidence to crack one more, right?
Yes, yes,
So
yes. One
maybe I can suggest that one from my side for all the people. I'm giving one-on-one suggestion, but maybe with this call, maybe it will help to the more people might be. Okay. So even you have to do the similar way. I guess you are already started understanding these data engineering concepts also, right?
yes, yes. I'm
So,
into
so
the
good to
learning
know.
data engineering
Yes,
course.
yes. Yeah, good. Thank you, Wahid, like to give your valuable suggestions and joining with me today. Thank
Thank
you.
thank you very much, KSR. Thank you very much to
Yeah.
you.